Thank you, Chair, respective Chair and other dignitaries in the dais. The adoption of the conclusions concerning decent work and the social and solidarity economy are not only a milestone in the history of ILO, but also a milestone in moving towards formalization of workers in the informal economy, who today constitute 61% of the global workforce. Coming from the global south, which experiences huge unemployment and job losses in the context of the pandemic, SSCs have proved to be a viable alternative and decent work opportunity for the informal economy workers. Organizing in cooperatives, collectives, savings and credit associations, mutual societies, worker-owned producer companies, and other entities of the social and solidarity economy is one way of improving labor conditions and livelihoods of the workers generally, and workers in the informal economy, especially women workers. The conclusion put the needs bigger than just a legal framework, and the conducive environment includes support institutions that provide legal advisory services, education, training, and financing. As we know that huge market chains, the giants in the markets, have become a big hurdle to the workers in the informal economy. They have to face larger hurdles in terms of registration, in terms of access to finance, and in terms of other services. As we have developed a new common understanding of the distinct nature of the social solidarity economies, which are value-based and have the potential to transform economies and contribute to the realization of decent work and security of livelihoods, it talks about it does not talk about the profit. It talks about decent work. It talks about primacy on people and social purposes in relation to surplus, which serves the need of the members, their families, and communities. So in this case, the universal tripartite definition will be more helpful for us. As a representative of SEWA, India, with 2.2 million women workers and representing a country with 93% of informal workers, SSC plays a significant role for our workers and promote sustainable livelihood. We work with various such models, and this resolution will provide us more opportunities towards more resilient models. The annex to the conclusion includes a non-exhaustive list of instruments of the ILO and the United Nations, which provide important guidelines for the governments regarding SSCs. When addressing the special need of the SSCs set up by the workers in the informal economy, for example, the Home Workers Convention 177, the Domestic Workers Convention 189, the recommendation on the Social Protection Floors 202, and the recommendation of transition from the formal to the informal economy number 204. Last but not least, the Committee on SSCs adopted a detailed list of what the ILO office needs to do to promote the establishment and development of strong and resilient SSC entities, among others by partnering with SSC networks. We thank for all the hard work done by the tripartite group. Especially, we would like to thank the Workers' Chair, Tony, and the entire group who have supported to such a very positive conclusion. We are looking forward to the follow-up of the conclusions of the SSC committee, which can contribute to changing the lives of millions of workers in the informal economy. Thank you.